Hello sewing buddies, Javiria here, and today I'm showing you how to sew this super cute luggage tag. Totally customizable and super reliable. Not like those $5 luggage tags that break like on the first row. So this is a luggage tag made using faux leather on a domestic sewing machine. This tutorial is designed so that you can sew this on any domestic sewing machine without any problems. So therefore there are gonna be some raw edges because the leather is so thick and we don't want too many layers of it. But if you don't like raw edges, this tutorial is not for you. You can check out my fabric luggage tag tutorial, which is also super cool. And one more thing, if you want a customized message on your tag, I can design it for you. You just need to let me know in the comment what you would like to be written instead of traveling is love. This is like just a general thing that I came up with, but if you want something different, you can just let me know in the comments and I'll try to make one for you, but make sure that it has like a small number of words, like 3 words or maybe 2 words, because or else it's gonna become too complicated for the Cricut to cut. So if you have any requests, just leave them below and I'll design it for you and I'll let you know when it's available. Alright, so if you want to make this super reliable and super awesome luggage tag, get your supplies and let's begin. Alright, for this tutorial you would be needing your magical Cricut Maker machine, a strong grip board, and faux leather. So I'm using the black and the glittery faux leather. Also you would need your special Cricut spatula to pull everything out and fabric glue. And you would also need some clear plastic vinyl. I'm using the one that I got from bedsheet cover. Yup. We need to recycle, reduce, and reuse, which is why I'm using this clear plastic vinyl, which comes from the bed sheets. Or you can just buy one at your local craft store. So you'll need a piece of this. You'll also need a 1/2 inch D-ring, which looks like this. You would also be needing this special kind of foot, which is called the walk-in foot, which makes sewing through multiple layers very, very easy. This is something that I can't live without. This never comes off my machine, like ever. So get all your supplies together and let's begin this super cool project. First of all, open up Design Space and then go to New Project and go to Upload. Over here, upload all the PNG and SVG files that you can get for free by signing up for the VIP list, and save them on your computer and then just upload them over here. Make sure you select Simple and then click on Continue and then continue again. Now save this image as a cut file, which is the one on the right hand side, and label it. So this is the first image, luggage tag mat 1 for main leather. Now just save it. So once it's uploaded, just click on it, click on the image and then select Insert Image. And it will end up on this board, and you can see it's pretty darn big. So we need to make it smaller in size. So the size of this top layer, the Traveling with Love, Traveling is a Love, is actually 5.5. So just drag the whole thing so that measures around 5.5. Or you can increase the length or width depending on the size of the luggage tag that you are aiming for. Just make sure it comes out not as something too big. So you can just refer to the numbers at the top, which are based on inches, so you can use that as a reference to figure out how big you want your luggage tag to be. So mine is going up to around 6.5, so just gonna make it a bit smaller. Yep, I think that's fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on Make It,
The cut size of the leather that I have written in the instructions is based on the size of these luggage tags. So these luggage tags that I have designed are like 6.5 inch wide. So that's why I've also written the cutout leather should be around 12 inch by 9 inch. But if you're aiming for a bigger luggage tag, you would have to cut out a bigger piece of leather to fit all of these pieces inside. So just when you're printing out, just look at the numbers on the mat till where the thing is going, till where the image is going, then figure out the length and width of the leather that you would be needing. So mine is, as you can see, just below 11 in width and just below 9 in width. So I'm using a leather measuring 9 by 12 inch, which will fit on this mat.
Make sure that you select mirror when you're cutting out, because the vinyl is facing the pretty side down, so when it comes out and it's cut, it's gonna face the wrong way. So make sure that it's mirrored so that when you turn the whole thing out, it goes from right to left. It reads the correct way.
So I'm just gonna press continue, and I'm using faux leather for this, so just gonna use that from the options. So if you're using faux leather, just go ahead and select that and make sure that your fine point blade is installed. Now load the mat in your machine and get it cut.
So we're gonna start off by sewing the extenders together. So we're just gonna place them together and top stitch along the two longer edges only. So once you have top stitched the two tabs together, just insert it inside the D-ring and fold over by 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, and just top stitch the 4 layers together so that this D-ring is sewn inside like this. So just do a top stitch horizontally as well as vertically. Next, take your clear plastic vinyl, I hope you can see this over here, and then place the window piece on top of it, matching all 4 edges, and just top stitch along the inner rectangle only so that the vinyl gets attached to leather window. One thing to keep in mind here is do not use pins to hold 2 layers together, because it's just gonna leave holes in your entire piece. Use something called clover clips. These are clover clips, and they're really good in holding leather kind of things together. So use those instead of pins. For top stitching, I'm going to use this edge of the feet as my seam guide, and I'm going to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'm going to use this long stitch length as you can see over here. So this is what you should have in the end. Now we're gonna attach the cutout part onto the glitter panel. So we need to apply glue on these smaller sections so that they get stuck properly. This is such an amazing cutout using Cricut. I was like so scared that I won't be able to do these small little cuttings on something thick like this faux leather, but it did an amazing job, as you can see over here. Now I'm just gonna place this whole thing on top of the glitter panel so that it is centered from all sides. I'm gonna press it using something flat. Now I'm just gonna top stitch along the 4 edges so that it's perfectly sewn in. I'm gonna use the same settings and I'm gonna use the same top stitch settings that I used earlier. And this is what we have so far, and as you can see, it's already looking super cool. Now the next step is to assemble this whole thing together. So first we're gonna start off by gluing these 2 layers right sides together. Now I'm gonna glue the clear plastic vinyl part on the right side of the back. So just apply glue, a very thin layer of glue on 3 edges only. You can see that I've skipped the top edge because this is gonna remain open to insert your name card, and also insert the D-ring so that the right side is facing down, just like this over here at the top. So I'm only inserting this part so that it's not too bulky, and there you go. The next step is to sew this whole thing together. So I'm gonna start from this edge and I'm gonna go all around and come back and stitch over here so this thing does not get sewn in. We're not gonna stitch over here because we need to leave this open to insert the name card. We're only going to stitch along these 4 edges, leaving this part behind. So I'm using a seam allowance of 1/4 of an inch and long stitch length, the one I showed earlier. Alright, we're almost done. So our whole luggage tag is assembled. Now we need to make the strap. To make the strap, just take the strap pieces and glue them together first. Apply glue on the wrong sides and glue them together so that the wrong sides are together. So once you have glued this together, let it dry for a while. Once everything is dried up and stuck together, just top stitch along the 2 longer edges. Use the same top stitching settings that I showed you earlier. Once you're done top stitching, take your strap and insert it in the D-ring. So turn your luggage tag to the wrong side. So this is the wrong side, the one with the vinyl, the one with the clear vinyl, and insert the luggage tag, making sure the wrong side is facing up over here, and place the 2 layers together like this, and you should have an extension sticking out over here. Just fold it over so that there are 3 layers together, as you can see over here. Fold it over by 1/2 inch and just top stitch the 3 layers together horizontally over here. Use 2 sets of stitch, so one is gonna be like a 1/4 inch from the edge and another one another 1/4 inch from the first one. You can use a short stitch length for this step. Alright, so this is what you should have in the end. Your luggage, your strap should be attached from here.